So, the word for today is enthusiasm. Or, what I could also talk about is excitement. I think that you guys have heard me say this many times, but with everything that's currently going on in Robert Hollis's life, it's more apparent than ever. Me and Arthur are going back and forth, and it's funny. I've never met this guy, never talked to this guy, but the owner of the company that I'm with right now sent me a message at 5 in the morning and goes, day one, silver, day two, gold, day three, diamond. He's like, let's go. And I'm just like, thank you. And I was telling Arthur, there was a company called Akashics that was really launched about a year ago that I got in August. And I don't know if you guys know this, but 158 people personally I put in that company, and probably, I don't know, a couple weeks. And so what's fun for me right now is I told Arthur, you guys can watch live time what I'm doing, right? So if you just went back and looked at my Facebook, you're going to watch what I'm doing, right? And so people probably think in their mind that I'm doing something other than what they can see on my Facebook. And the answer to that is no. So I find all the information I can find. And with Matthew's help, we go back and forth to figure out how we can make those videos really piquing people's interest. And then from there, I can put together testimonials. And from there, I can put together what doctors are saying. And from there, I can do an overview. And now I only have one video left, and that will be tonight. And now, we'll actually record, if Craig is available, is the, definition of the compensation plan, how people get paid. And so it's amazing to me how many people right now are reaching out to me that instead of being excited with enthusiasm and going into action, they just go into wide open fucking thinking mode. Just think about thinking about that thought that I was thinking, that maybe I'm thinking a thought and then I'll think that thought, and how does this work and how does this work? And I was explaining to Craig before we got started, it really is neat to watch the people that I love that are thinkers versus watching me be an actor. So I posted 2 videos and Unlimited Wisdom because I watched the speech. Believe it or not, you guys can laugh at me, but Tom Cruise is one of my all-time favorite actors, and his speech, along with the person of a movie I've never watched, Judy. I've never watched that movie, but he had that director that I put the speech up, and I watched both of those speeches. And he said, I think Tom Cruise, one of the statements he said, to watch us create our worlds through imagination. I'm just like, damn, you know what I mean? But one of the things that Tom Cruise did that I've seen nobody else do, and maybe if he did, but he asked everyone in the audience, first of all, they gave him a 2-minute standing ovation. And then he asked everyone in the room that's ever worked with him to please stand up. And when you're looking at all the people that stood up for him getting that governor's award, then after they all stood up, he sort of gets a little emotional and he goes, "Thank you very much." And he started clapping for them. And I'm like, damn, that is. But the other 3 people that also won an Oscar or governor's award or whatever it is, the things that he said about them, you could watch them just like melt, that someone would go through the thought of saying things to another human being that would just make them just melt. And so one of the things that they said, which got me onto this, is people keep saying to me all the time, it's funny, Sandy said, a 4-minute speech And I think he went for 12 minutes. So so you can't do a 4-minute speech. But one of the things that I think is very interesting is just a statement that I'm going to say to every one of you. So here I am, a dyslexic auto mechanic on workman's comp, making $900 a month with no electricity. Repo man trying to get me because I'm 3 months behind on a used loan from a pawn shop. This is a used car, you guys. This is not and getting evicted. And I meet this guy and he shows me his $62,000 check. You guys have seen this many, many, many times. And then I heard this story many times, but I don't think you guys realize that the three things that he said that I needed to do, and the number one was get excited. And he said, and I figured out, because you guys have been around me long enough, that get excited is him helping me create an imagination that I could be emotional about. And so me doing this for 39 years, this is my 20th company, and I'm better at this than I ever have been. Because I just know that if I watch videos that excite me and watch testimonials that excite me, then I can do different things with those videos. And all I'm doing really is sharing stuff with other people. And if it gets them excited, they sign up. I am not interested in the people that watch the videos that don't get it. So we know the IQ of some people. Now that I'm pushing with this company, I have more people than ever before that are reached out to me and said, hey, have you seen this company? Now, that's a low IQ for someone to see someone like me join a new company and their mind goes, this would be the perfect time to pitch them. But this is what I been saying to all of them. There was a number of people that were reaching out to me going, hey, have you looked at this travel deal? And this is what I said to them. I said, I only have one question for you. Do you have to build your immune system and be healthy to go on a vacation? Now, when you're full of enthusiasm and thesos, God within, let this light shine, shine, shine. I've shared with this before with you guys with other things. The person that's the most excited wins. The person with the highest energy wins. Always. So sometimes you can't hear that over texting, right? That's why I do voice clips. Hey, have you looked at this? And I'm reaching back going, man, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you thinking of me. I said, sometimes I say to people, you just caught me at the wrong time. But boy, that's more true today than ever. I said, I hit a rank my first day in this company. I hit a rank in the second. I'm on my third going for another rank. I just looked. I have now a little over 600 people in my organization already. I've already broken 2 silvers. And I just want to ask you a question. Do you know what your glutathione levels are? And they come back and go, huh? I know some of you know this about me, but it's hilarious. So most people will reach out to me and go, hey, what's up? And I'll go, my income. And Chris Rickard reached out to me and I said, hey, what's up? He goes, my glutathione levels. Glutathione levels are up. And I'm just going, my God, this is just the funnest thing that I've done. But in everything in life, even with unlimited wisdom, if you don't watch something or do something to get your enthusiasm and excitement up, and Mary was talking to a lady last night. She's going to tell us the story on Thursday. And Mary reached out to a guy and she says, well, I'm working with this guy named Robert Hollis. Have you heard of him? And she said, the one with the laugh. And I'm going like, man, how many of you think that you need to find a way? So people are like right now reaching out to me like crazy. How are you doing this? How are you doing this? And here's what I love saying most right now. It's like, man, a live leaderboard with Josh in it, Judy in it, Chris in it, John Herenzma in it. It's like, it's fun to have the who's who of MDC in a leaderboard for Immunotech, and people now get to say, wow. So Chris said to me, this is funny, you guys will love this. He says, me and Josh are talking, and Josh is saying, what's Robert doing? There's Jane. Jane, thanks a lot for coming in. And it's funny because he just gets the message to people faster than us. And they're like, so I even had people reach out to me and go, I seen your videos on YouTube. Can I use them? These are the people I just talked about. And it's like, you don't need my permission to use my videos. Do you want me to send them directly to you? Right? So if you guys don't know how to take them, if you're involved in that company, just let us know. We'll put together a Google Drive so that you can use them all. But most of you, like Arthur, knows how to borrow them. You know what I mean? So, so one of the things I wanted to share with you is a little more concepts on enthusiasm or excitement. First of all, I don't know for some of you, when was the last time you was excited? I think that some of you watching this live or recorded, I would think that your level of excitement would be something that I wouldn't say is excitement. Like if you called me on the phone or left me a voicemail says, I would probably say, wow, that energy is very underwhelming. And you sort of have to ask yourself, why would someone want to do business with you? Why would someone want to follow your instructions if your energy and your enthusiasm is just vibrating just a little above dead? Right? So, do you think that I used to be that way? No. That's why I shared videos of people that had higher enthusiasm and energy than me, because I had none. And so I just want to go over this concept of enthusiasm. And I put up here, so enthusiasm is one of the most powerful forces in success, faith, influence, and leadership. That's what AI said. I said to it, enthusiasm. I said, can you give me some really great quotes and stuff about the definition of enthusiasm? And we've already heard that statement from Albert Einstein, and it's like enthusiasm is the most powerful force in the world. So how would you get enthusiasm? How would you get excitement? For me, watching videos. Watching videos for me, and I never thought about this until saying it right now. That might be something that you have to practice, right? Is just like letting go and letting God and being open to praying, you got to practice. Maybe you need a moment during the day where you do your very, very best to try to just get into that enthusiasm. Because how many of you have been to a sporting event live or watched it on TV? Is there people at that event that just a little more excited than you? How about a concert? Uh, think about all the things that we go to. We could even, for those of you that do go to church, it's like we see people that tap into this higher level of energy, vibration, and then the, classic average person that just goes, I don't need any of that. Screw that. But when you watch these two speeches, and I ask you to watch these two speeches, I love what that guy said that introduced Tom Cruise. He said, you know what? He says, I'm a pretty pessimist person. And he says, but you can't be that way around Tom Cruise. So how many of you guys have been around individuals that when you're around them, your energy level just goes up a little more, right? How many of us love being around those people? It lifts our energy, it lifts our vibration, it lifts our frequency, and then we sort of get into it a little bit. The download that I just got is, any kind of sport that a person or play or even a card game, I get it, you guys. I totally get it. We all go bowling if you've ever gone bowling, right? Or we're all playing Uno or whatever it is, right? I get it that it's very difficult to get everyone to set their ass down. Come on, Lisa. No, I don't want to play. Get your ass over here. All right. I don't want to, but I'm going to do it. And then we get these people that all sit around the table, and all of a sudden, the energy picks up. And, then people are laughing and people are having fun. And I'm like dropping, draw 4 on Chris like he can't handle him anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, God, man. All right, I'm going to get you back. Okay, I'm reversing. For the love of God, and you finally see everybody's level going up. Yes or yes? Right? You guys need to understand, for your lives to change to a different level, you got to find a way to practice this. You got to find a way to practicing. And someone said to me last night, they reached out to me and they go, what are you saying to people? And I go, guess what? The first thing that someone said to me, there's like, are you aware of a word called glutathione? I had to practice to say the word. I'm not embarrassed. I had to also learn how to say immunotech, because my eyes don't see an E. Some of you will get it, some of you won't. So I have to say in my mind first, my immune system, immunotech. That's how I have to slow myself down to say it. And so I had to learn to say a new word, just like the last time I made millions. I had to learn to say a word called Ganoderma lucidum. And then I made millions and got into another company, and I had to learn to say cannabidiol. And there's this system called what the hell? You know what I mean? It's like, hey, you're not aware of the system because I can't say the word properly, for you to know that you had the system. And the one thing that always happens is it's really fun to be in a world where people don't even understand like unlimited wisdom. Can you imagine a community when you love being on social media because you're interacting with your friends and family? before it got turned into what it is today, right? So let me give you some of these definitions because I love doing this. I said power. It says powerful definitions of enthusiasm. It says the classical definition is enthusiasm. Literally means God within. So has anyone ever heard the phrase, by my fruit you shall know them? Okay. It's a scripture. I don't know what it is. But like discernment, how many of you have felt or seen somebody and they have the it factor? They just got it. And some people that are logical try to call that charisma or being magnetic because they don't understand that it's coming from feeling instead of thinking. Huh? So there's the people that if you see them worship, they're sort of not even like just whispering. And then there's other people that worship where they don't care that you're there. Well, everybody else that might raise their hands a little bit will turn around and go, is someone seeing me? So is someone seeing me? Just get into it. And some of you, like we go back to the sports fans. How many of you know the sports fans that when they show up, they could really care less if you're there? And that's being in sub-zero weather, painted yellow. I mean, gold and green. Got a great big piece of cheese on their head. I mean, oh my God. Last night I just seen a small advertisement just briefly, and it was showing all these Raider fans, on their Harley Davidsons dressed with spikes and everything on them. And they're going like, and the guy said, this group of people are playing a bunch of cowboys. I thought that was funnier than hell. So I don't know who won, but it was like, but let me go through some of these other ones. A modern definition, a strong, excited, contagious interest or eagerness. This always goes back to being a child, doesn't it? And again, there's so many biblical scriptures about being childlike and renewing your mind and not being a part of this world. Because everyone's trying to be likable to everyone, and they don't even know you exist. They don't care what you're doing. You know what I mean? So we're always worried about what other people think of us, but bottom line, that's none of your business. What people think about you is none of your business. And if you have courage and bravery and practice on being excited about something in life, miraculous things will happen to you more than they are now. Enthusiasm is the fuel that turns desire into action. Let me say that again. Enthusiasm is the fuel that turns desire into action. Enthusiasm is energy with direction. Energy with direction. I know that we don't need to talk about this, but how many of you think that I'm attracting people right now? There's people coming out of the woodwork. I had a guy call me and he says, so I see you're in another company. And I go, yeah, and I see that you're still not making money in the one that you went to last. And he goes, how do you know I'm not making any money? I said, I see your social media. You still think it's about you, dummy. Yeah, so I'm getting a little braver. And he goes, what aren't you seeing? I said, in the last couple of days, I've already posted a couple of people in my group, Melody and Judith, that hit silver. Can you guys believe that Melody did it in 16 hours? What the hell is that all about? That's got to be faster than the last time she hit a rank in the last company. Why would Melody just get excited and follow me everywhere? What the hell's wrong with her? It's like, okay, the fire that gets you moving when motivation runs low. Excuse me. Enthusiasm is the fire that gets you moving when your motivation runs low. Do you know how many people in my life that's like got to be the top question I'm always asked? You know, how can I get my people motivated? Well, they're probably not motivated because they're watching you. Take the spanking. Take the spanking. That's why until I learned how to get enthusiasm, I put my people in front of someone that had enthusiasm. Did any of you watch the Zoom last night? Okay. It's on my YouTube right now. It's on my YouTube on the playlist. So there it is. Mike has enthusiasm. Mike's one of those crazy people like me. He's 47, so he's got a lot to learn. No, I'm joking. All right. No, I'm not. All right. So Napoleon Hill, enthusiasm is the stream that drives the engine to success. Dale Carnegie, flaming enthusiasm backed by hard work is the quality that most frequently produces success and fast. Norman Vincent Peale, there is a real magic in enthusiasm. It spells the difference between mediocrity and accomplishment. Why would all these people do quotes on enthusiasm? I don't know. Ralph Waldo Emerson, enthusiasm is the mother of effort. Wow, haven't some of you heard that, what is it? The repetition is the mother of learning? I wonder if he was the same person that wrote that, because enthusiasm is the mother of effort. Coolidge, nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. Wow, nothing. All right. Enthusiasm is energy that rarely goes unnoticed. Your enthusiasm today determines your opportunities tomorrow. Be enthusiastic. It's the one of the few things you can't outsource. Whoa. So you always got these people that are you using AI? Are you using a shortcut? Are you using a program that puts your video on every social media? How many people have seen people do videos that have no enthusiasm? Who was the comedian? I think his last name was Wright. And everyone would laugh. I see Jim shaking his head.
Gary Wright.
And he did his whole comic routine by just being monotone. And so he would go, yeah, he said, I put my keys in my house to unlock the door. And when I turned the key, it started up. So I drove it around the block. And it's like, people were like, what? He goes, I had a guy that came up to me and he said, man, the world is small. And I said, yeah, but would you like to paint it? But I guess that could be a comedian style. But then if you watched Eddie Murphy or Jim Carrey or Kevin Hart, how many of these guys have a pretty ramped up energy level? And that's the kind of thing that fills the Madison Square Garden. You guys get it? How can someone as short as Kevin Hart be worth $500 million? Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do understand it's talent. But how many people believe that it's talent with enthusiasm? Can you guys think of some people that you're just around them? God, thank you. I miss this guy too. Robin Williams. Let's say all enthusiasm, right? And then you see him in Dead Poet Society, right? And then all of a sudden you're going like, wow, how did he calm that down? Man, that's powerful. For those of you that haven't seen Craig do a character, Craig can tap into enthusiasm pretty on demand. It's pretty impressive. Um, Enthusiasm makes the impossible inevitable. People follow fire, not per. Oh, Craig, we talked about this. Listen closely, you guys. People follow fire, not perfection. I remember an old thing that I used to read that, was said to me is, man, if you start yourself on fire, everyone comes out of their house to watch you burn. So, hey, I probably nowadays, because of social media, don't start yourself on fire. You're not supposed to do this stuff at home. That it's like, okay. Henry Ford, you can do anything if you have enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is the spark that turns a group into a movement. Man, that's unlimited wisdom. Imagine all of us. Imagine all of us with enthusiasm. Because there is a couple of ways that you can say things, right? Hey Bob, how you doing? I wanted to share with you. I'm involved in this group called Unlimited Wisdom, and man, it's awesome. It's it's exciting. I think you'd really enjoy it, and I know you probably don't want to. You probably won't do it, but if I sent you a link, do you think you could maybe go over there and look at it? And you guys are thinking I'm kidding. Man, if I recorded some of you, you would hear the same damn thing. Instead of getting off the last Sunday and just going, man, did you guys miss a service, sermon, message, whatever? You know what? You got to watch this. You got to watch this right now. Well, send it over to me. I can't. You got to join this group for free, Unlimited Wisdom. And then once you do, you click on this link and you'll watch it. You got to go watch it right now. Well, why don't you tell me about it? Ain't going to do it. It's going to change your whole life. You apply what he said on Sunday, and it's going to change your whole life. Aren't you going to tell me what it is? No. Okay. A leader's enthusiasm is more powerful than their leader's instructions. Holy cow. I did not read these before I got on here. A leader's enthusiasm is more powerful than the leader's instruction. Would you guys agree with that? How many of you guys know people that, let's all go out to eat. Let's go. And it's like, come on. Come over, grab your sleeve. You guys know any family members and friends that, man, they can get something going, man. They definitely can get something going. Enthusiasm attracts the right people every time. Wow. Remember when we did the series last week called Ask? Right? When I wore the button because I wasn't enthusiastic or excited, the button said, "Are you?" ? That button was looking for enthusiastic people that didn't care about what other people think. There's no way I could have wore that button around Melody if she didn't know me. Melody would do her cute little giggle. Okay, what? I'd be, what? You're wearing the button. Are you what? Oh, damn, I forgot the button. So maybe I should whisper. Oh, yeah, the button. Are you looking for freedom? Are you looking for some extra money? Are you looking for fun? Are you looking for love? Are you looking for peace? Wouldn't you like to hang around a group of people that are like that? Okay. Enthusiasm is the outward expression of inward faith. That's a t-shirt. Enthusiasm is the outward expression of inward faith. Damn. I'm going to have to grab that and put it on my doctor, my gift that I got where I'm a doctor. When passion meets God's when passion meets God's purpose, enthusiasm becomes unstoppable. Okay? The Holy Spirit ignites enthusiasm that can't be explained, only experienced. Okay, what is enthusiasm really does? And PowerPoint. PowerPoint. Enthusiasm lights you up, lights your energy, inspires others, attracts opportunity, multiplies your influence, breaks fear, creates momentum, makes work feel effortless, makes people want to follow you. People don't remember your words, they remember your energy. What the heck? I love how AI does this. You know, hey, I wrote some for you. Wrote some other ones based on our previous conversations. I love AI. Some of you are still scared of it. Your enthusiasm is proof you're already won the battle inside. Your enthusiasm is proof that you've already won the battle inside. Enthusiasm is God turning on the lights in your spirit. You don't need to be perfect, just enthusiastic. Your enthusiasm is someone else's miracle waiting to happen. What? Your enthusiasm is someone else's miracle waiting to happen. I would say that sort of feels to me like when someone sees your enthusiasm, maybe the first thing they think in their mind is, man, I wish I was like that. Which usually in response, I tell to people, you know, all I did is see somebody that did some great things, and I thought if they did it, I can do it. And the last one is when you show up excited, life responds excitedly. Okay? So that's our little daily wisdom, enthusiasm, excitement. How many of you, in a question, how many people do you believe if I asked them about you? If I said, hey, is Bill an enthusiastic person? Is Bill full of enthusiasm? And I just use Bill as an example. But if I asked your friends and family and people that knew you and asked if you were that kind of person, do you think they would say yes? If not, you can either change your enthusiasm and then you'll attract a new group of people, and that's the only way they'll know you. This reminds me of a thing that I'll leave you guys with. It's like, how many of you are young and you went on a road trip? You know, you get around a bunch of people and you go to a new city or a new place that you've never been, right? And here's the thought in your mind, wow, no one knows me here. So I actually can be the person that I really want to be. The life of the party, the enthusiastic person, the person that is a leader going, let's go here, let's go here, let's go here, let's do this. The person that's encouraging. You know, come on, you could do it. I believe in you. Come on. So I love and appreciate each and every one of you. If no one's giving you permission to be enthusiastic and full of enthusiasm, I give you that permission. I love you. Have a great, great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.